Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to welcome to the first new episode of Chick Flick Shuffle for the new year 2013. Alright? No? That doesn't excite either of you? Fine.
I'm spinning my imaginary clickety clackety thing that's name I don't know. You want me to say clickety clackety clickety clackety?
Yes.
Clickety clackety clickety clackety clickety clackety.
Squeak.
Oh.
So of course, as we've probably talked about before, I'm not gonna go listen to these other podcasts to prove it. That's why we need a Chick Flick Shuffle Wikia.
Never.
Yes, we don't have enough fans for that. Sorry.
We're reviewing New Year's Eve, the sequel,
Not really.
the pseudo-sequel to Valentine's
Not even
Day.
pseudo.
Well, it's made by the same guy and it uses the same format and it has a lot of the same characters.
Yeah, that's all it is. So it's not even anything.
It's a pseudo-sequel.
Oh.
Okay. I'm not gonna argue with you this time. Let it slide.
I win.
How about
It's
New Year's
basically
resolutions?
the spiritual
Just-
successor.
Try not to argue.
Okay, spiritual successor. That'll do it.
That really is so different than pseudo-sequel.
Yes, it is. It's a
Anyway.
different set of double S's.
We have Stray with us
I was about to yell at you for not introducing us.
again. New Year, same as the old year.
Yeah, probably.
And we have Theo.
I couldn't hear. Did you introduce me?
Yeah.
Okay, you and Stray talked at the same time.
Well, when I'm cutting Stray off, that means, Gio, please talk as fast as possible.
Another year.
Yes, indeed. And I am in. I'm not going to say anything. So you guys have to say that stuff for me.
The opposite of the beginning.
Even though we're at the beginning. So what? My existence should be like a huge conundrum in the system.
Because every beginning has an end.
You
But
are
not
the
at
one,
the beginning
and,
of that beginning.
Yes, it does.
and you are the one. You are
I am.
Keanu Reeves.
No,
I mean, he's Constantine.
Oh, I hate you.
You set yourself up for that, Stray.
So,
Let's hope.
New Year's Eve, huh? That movie.
Oh, I thought you meant the day. Yeah. That
I
movie.
did.
I think maybe the greatest part of this movie is the cast. And this is what this guy's known for doing, just getting all these actors.
We also didn't have a douchey doctor dude.
It had a douchey courier dude.
I don't know.
He was nowhere near douchey as the other dude because he actually redeemed himself.
Yes.
Oh, you mean Zac Efron?
Yeah.
Yes. I did like seeing him play a douche, though. It actually
He's
felt.
still orange.
Yeah, somewhat.
It's like, I look at Robert Patterson, and then I look at Zac Efron, and it's like, these guys on two different spectrums of white.
One eats too many carrots, and the other needs
Carrots
to go
doesn't make you orange, they make you yellow. It's carrots and, what was it? It was tomato juice from Scrubs, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, tomato juice. God, Stray.
If I was white, I would do that. I would drink tomato juice every day until I turned
And
orange.
eat carrots. Yeah,
Yep.
You could try doing it. It just might be a darker shade of orange.
You know, Stray, I think you would like Zac Efron considering he was in Firefly.
No.
No.
Don't. No.
When was he?
Apparently he was young Simon Tam.
Oh.
He's lying.
Oh. He only had, like, such a bit part, it doesn't really matter.
He wasn't even orange then, so he wasn't the Zac Efron we all know and love.
You mean the one that sings in High School Musical?
Yeah.
He wasn't. I don't think he was orange then. Was he? Wasn't it after
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, he was orange.
I don't think it. When it really? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been orange for years. So many years.
But you can't even remember him not being orange.
I really can't.
Except for that time in Firefly.
Yeah. I don't even remember him because he wasn't orange, so...
It was that one
That's that sword right
episode.
there.
That was, I think it was.
So yeah, let's talk about the rest of the cast. This isn't the Zac Efron show.
Oh, are we
No,
really going to talk about? Shouldn't we talk about the members of the cast when we get to their part of the story arc?
No.
John Bon Jovi.
Yes.
You didn't even know that was John Bon Jovi, and so you can't say anything.
Warehouse and Emporium.
Jensen. His name is Jensen. My first thought was Deus Ex Human Revolution. I didn't ask for this.
Yeah.
Oh, my friend's last name is Jen.
And I hope he doesn't have any other part of his name. I hope it's just Jensen. One word. That's his first name. That's his last name. That's only.
That's it. That's all he has. He's Jensen. That's his name as far as we know.
That's his only name.
Except for John
Because when
Bon
you
Jovi.
get famous enough, you just use one name like Prince.
Or John Bon Jovi.
Or
I'm pretty sure that's just his first name.
That's all his first name.
Let me look at the cast right now, just to be fast.
So we have also Michelle Pfeiffer,
Again,
who,
I think.
I don't know. The only role I ever remember her on is Catwoman, so.
She was
Robert De
Catwoman.
Niro.
Yeah, Robert De Niro plays an old man that has cancer.
Old man.
Oh, right. Which brings me to Halle Berry. We have Storm in this movie.
Who plays?
Indeed, another Catwoman. Two Catwomen in the same movie.
She plays a nurse. Who else we got here? We got Ludacris as the security guard.
We got
Yeah.
the chick from Glee.
Yep. I don't even know her name. It's just a chick.
I would like.
Which chick
She
Glee?
looks familiar. Who is she?
And I know who you are right off the bat.
I'm trying to remember what was her character's name.
Jessica Biel. Hilary Swank. Common. Seth Meyers.
Catherine Heigl.
Oh, her. Yes, Katherine Heigl.
Yeah, she's in this movie too.
You know, this time she's with John Bon Jovi instead of Seth Rogen. She stepped her game up.
Common.
I said Common.
I didn't hear you say.
But his name is Common, so you can say it as many times as you want to make it more common.
Sofia Vergara as an overly Hispanic.
Oh, she's so Hispanic.
Oh, see, she's so Hispanic. I can't even do her accent because it's so Hispanic.
She's basically playing the same character from Modern Family, except I don't know. I don't know where that train of thought was going.
Go. We have Go Diego Go as Kaminsky.
Oh, did we miss Russell Peters?
Wait, my bad. No, Go Diego is not Kaminsky. Kaminsky was that old dude.
And
Hector
don't forget-
Elizondo. No.
Sarah Jessica Parker and surprisingly Matthew Broderick as Mr. What was it? Buellerton? Which is a callback to Ferris Bueller. Like, really, you win as that. But yeah, let's get into these stories, I guess.
Wait. I'm trying to find him. Jake T. Austin. That's Diego from Go Diego Go.
Oh, you're talking about the teenager.
Yeah. God, I saw.
I hated the teenagers.
Yeah.
Man, me too. That story sucked.
We all hate the teenagers in these movies.
I hate is how all these kids are all out there, just out there on New Year's Eve. I mean,
New York, man.
New York. They were the safest New York I've ever heard of.
Yep.
Oh, and they also had the dad from Third Rock from the Sun.
Oh, right. They also had Barney Stinton's dad.
It's Michelle Pfeiffer's boss.
They had...
And they have Russell Peters as an Indian man.
Yes, I said that already, but no one paid
I did not hear you. I was too busy looking at all
You're
this stuff.
too busy just looking up actors.
Yeah.
I'm trying to move on. We can't spend an hour and 50 minutes talking about the actors, okay?
I thought that was the whole point of the movie anyway.
Yeah, because you didn't want to do what I said.
We're doing it now.
Go to each character, their character arc.
Gio, I'm killing your hat off. I'm going to kill him. I'm
Do you guys even do D&D anymore?
Your chest hair will not protect you. Damn it. I will get.
No.
I will make you ride on top of my dire rat.
Did you size up that dire rat just so you could ride it, or is it just a normal dire rat?
I don't know. I assume I hear dire rat. My first thought is gigantic rat.
Yep. So yes, these teenagers.
We're starting off on the teenagers, even though they're like in the middle. Their arc begins in the middle.
Yes, because it's one of my biggest problems with the movie. I just need to get it off my chest.
And you don't want to start off with what you hate most.
The teenager arc, that's also the Sarah Jessica Parker arc.
Yes, yes it is.
But Sarah Jessica Parker's arc isn't that.
Who is by the way, Sarah Jessica Parker, apparently she is the older sister of Zac Efron's character.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were kind of like, hey, wait, why is there a picture of a bike and the name of Zac Efron's character there?
Oh, I'm so glad that you remembered Zac Efron's character's name, because I never do.
I never did.
It is Paul.
When watching the movie, I saw it. I saw it and went like, oh, okay.
So my problem with this arc is, like, throughout this entire arc, they're trying to make it seem like the problem is that Sarah Jessica Parker is just kind of being too protective. And that's not what it is at all. Her daughter's just a really horny asshole.
Basically.
Yeah. They're like, really? You're just going to spend all this time trying to make us feel like, oh, Sarah Jessica Parker, you should just let her go. When her daughter's just being a dick this whole time.
It's New Year's Eve. Loosen up.
It's New Year's Eve. You should let me go at nighttime in New York by myself and make out with a bunch of Hispanic guys. No.
A bunch of Hispanic guys. You just mean just one Hispanic guy whose name isn't even Hispanic. His character's name is Seth.
What you have to understand about
that
Hispanic guys is there's no such thing as one Hispanic guy.
No, that Hispanic guy kind of reminded me of Sean from Boy Meets World.
Come on. Sean was a fully fledged character. Yeah. Hispanic guy was just good looking.
Yeah. I meant, like, his looks kind of reminded me of him.
Yeah. They both had a 30-foot range. It's infuriating. And then after all of that, because really, what it really reminds me of is What Women Want.
Oh.
With his daughter.
With his daughter, it was different.
Was it? It wasn't that different. And then at the end, for all that, I hate you, Mom. You never let me do what I want to do. Which is basically, you never let me make out with Hispanic guys, Mom. You're by myself. He's like, one, of course not. Two, she just gets grounded. She just gets grounded. Like, it's the worst thing. No. If anything, you should reverse ground people. That's what people should do now. You reverse ground it. You just sit outside with a computer, a television, or a phone, and you live outside.
She would just go to the guy anyway, so that was...
You live in an alleyway now.
She would just go to the guy anyway, so that's counterproductive.
Yeah, you should.
And that guy started making out with another woman.
No, it's not. No. It was the guy's like, "Hey, where's my girlfriend at?" She's like, "I don't know," and he just grabs him and kisses him. I'm just thinking, what? What?
Well, where did that come out of?
You whore. Out of nowhere, the guy's asking, "Hey, have you seen my girlfriend?" "No, let's make out." "What?"
But you have to understand that the theme of this movie for me is nobody gets second chances. That's why I've been through, like, all these movies. All these people get a second chance. Like, you don't need a second chance. You don't need a second chance. Hey, you don't need a second chance.
I thought John Bon Jovi got his second chance.
Yes, he did, and that's what I was going to. John Bon Jovi doesn't need a second chance. No, John Bon Jovi. It doesn't matter if everybody loves you or not. It's like,
it doesn't matter if that chick with the big boobs loves you or not.
First, you ask Katherine Heigl to marry you. Then you run away. Then you run away for, I don't know, was it a year or so?
Yeah. Like
who knows
2 years
how many women he was having sex with during that year. He's rich and famous, so of course he's
No, he remained completely faithful to her and only had sex
That's
with
what the movie wants you to believe, isn't it?
Don't ruin the magic. Don't ruin the magic.
We don't have kids listening to us, bro.
I'm not talking about that. I said don't ruin the magic this movie puts up about itself.
He comes back and is like, look, you need to take me back. And at first she's like, no. Then he sings to her and gives her a job, and she's like, yes.
We're all just
and I'm like,
so
no,
damn pessimistic.
you don't deserve a second chance.
So have we...
You asked this woman to marry you, left her, and then had to bang groupies for a year. Look, people.
We're so damn pessimistic.
It's like this. If you keep giving men second chances, then how am I supposed to crawl up in that relationship to take their place?
And we see his deep-seated feelings.
And now we have gotten to the root of the matter.
And my friend.
Look,
haven't you had like 10 wives at this
guys
point?
out there who didn't even get a first chance. And the only way they can get a first chance is if you stop giving these other people second chances.
And haven't you had like 10 wives at this point?
Yeah. But I'm not just speaking for me. I'm speaking for all the sad emo kids on my Facebook page to keep talking about how they don't have a relationship. I don't care if you suffer stress. You didn't get anything for Christmas, so why should I care?
What, you wanted to steal my Christmas gift? That's how it is?
It's just weird that you never get anything for Christmas.
How long have you known me?
You live in Canada. It's right there next to the North Pole.
Santa was busy fighting the boogeyman this year.
Okay, so, going to the movie. We've covered... Are we done with the teenage kids arc?
I think we're done.
I'm done with it.
Because,
I don't care about those kids.
and you did the Bon Jovi arc as much as you... They all intertwine somehow.
They all intertwine, but the arcs themselves are actually kind of short.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they all intertwine, so they have to take each other one.
And yet,
Take
even though...
Valentine's Day, we still got a lot out of each arc, is the thing. A lot more, at least.
Yeah, you couldn't cover the arcs in a sentence like you can here.
Yeah.
But also, this movie was almost 2 hours long. I could not believe that.
I know.
Most of it was just Zac Efron.
The problem is, there's so many arcs in this story. It takes 40 minutes just to begin,
half of them.
to finish setting everything up. And then it takes 50 minutes to wrap everything up, and that's almost the entire movie. This is no middle. Now, you mentioned Zac Efron.
We've mentioned him a couple times already.
Well, you mentioned his arc.
Yeah.
And I have to say, that is probably, that's probably my favorite arc.
Yeah, probably. Just because
he has actual character development.
Yeah, because he starts off as a douchebag.
And he ends up as a nice douchebag.
Yes.
It's just a fun, kind of heart-filled arc. It's not original.
And sure, that lady lost her job, but who cares?
She didn't quit.
She quit, didn't she?
If she lost her job, that's one thing. If she quit, that's female empowerment.
She quit, so she doesn't have a job.
And her boss was a douche?
Yeah.
I need you.
Yeah.
You can't quit. You can't take 2 weeks off. Go make me my coffee while I play Angry Birds.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It is very important for you to be here. Let me play Angry Birds.
But the actor is kind of cool.
Michelle Pfeiffer?
No, the one that played her boss.
Oh.
Yeah, because he does...
Wasn't he in
Third Rock from the Sun?
Arrested Development?
How I Met Your Mother.
Well, I don't watch. We just named 3 different television series.
Yeah, he's in things.
Yeah, he's in things. You've seen him before. He looks like Squidward. So that story is basically, she has a list of things she wants to do after she has a near-death experience. And she's like, well, my life isn't...
That wasn't even a near-death experience, bro.
That's what she calls. Some guy just drove too close to her on his scooter, probably Zac Efron's character, and knocked her into some trash bags. And then some dude's like, hey, lady, you okay? She's like, leave me alone.
Oh, you know what I love before that dude? A woman came up She said, "Hey, lady, are you okay?" Before she could answer, she was already gone. Like, why ask if you're not gonna stop to help?
But didn't Zac Efron's character use a bike?
I thought it was like an electric scooter.
I thought it was just a scooter.
We're confused.
It's not just a scooter.
Yeah, I mean,
those-
he didn't have a motorcycle, straight.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had a
Vespa.
he had an engine. He had an engine powered vehicle,
And that's all we really need to know.
like a hipster.
That had 2 wheels.
But it was not a
Dude.
motor.
So they kind of work in the same place, Pfeiffer and Zac Efron. Zac Efron's like a mailman. And she decides, look, I have this list of things I need to get done, and you really wanted these tickets so you could do your douche bro stuff. So I'll give you these tickets if you can help me fulfill my life's goals in one night. And he says, yeah, bro. Yeah. You don't even lift. And that's how that story arc begins. And like I said, it's just a nice story arc, I guess.
Basically, he finds every loophole possible on that list.
If this movie, like, you know how, I think I mentioned Bucket List earlier, which is basically the same premise with Morgan Freeman and
You never mentioned Bucket List.
Robert De Niro.
You mentioned Robert De Niro because he's in this movie. But
Not Robert De Niro. God,
Jack Nicholson.
There we go, Jack Nicholson. I get all those old people mixed up.
Except Morgan Freeman because he's the only black one out of them.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson's old and black.
Yeah, but Samuel L. Jackson still plays younger characters. And
But anyway,
and
where
now
they
we
actually
lost.
did everything in those lists and bucket lists. Here, like you mentioned, you just found a bunch of loopholes. And it's kind of like, man, isn't New York awesome that we can have all these things and do all these loopholes?
Isn't it
kind of
great
like
how New York has everything possible to
Yeah,
have
pretty
a
much.
loophole?
And if this was just the movie itself, the movie would probably be called Loophole.
Not leap year?
No. What? No. Don't even bring that movie up. That was last year.
I don't think last year was... Oh, wait, last year was a leap year.
The thing I don't like about this particular story arc is the forced tension that they had to make, where Zac Efron talks on the phone to his friend about the woman while he's 3 feet away from her.
Oh. That's like
come on,
why,
you didn't have
guys?
that there. That was kind of...
Because Zac Efron really needs a problem. He's thinking up of all these loopholes, people. He's already got too much on his
You
hands.
want him to have a problem, make him have a more difficult time finding these loopholes.
Yes.
Well, they probably for time constraints we didn't get to see that.
If they didn't up the tension and use
Since
that
the movie had other people to focus on, all that part
but
having to find everything was
But
taken
the
care
rest of those arcs kind of suck.
Yeah,
So,
well, nothing we can do about that.
but let's talk about the other arc. I think it's the other good arc, but it's not my favorite arc in this movie because it doesn't feel like it should fit in this movie. You have Robert De Niro and Halle Berry doing some actual acting in this movie.
Yeah.
As if they're in a different movie. You know, like, it just feels off.
That could be a whole different movie on its own, basically.
Yes. It's like, you have this supposedly quirky romantic comedy, New Year's Eve, and then in the middle, you just have this dark drama in there with Robert De Niro dying of cancer.
And just wanting to see the ball drop with his daughter.
And the doctor's like,
Well, not
no.
with his daughter. I just want to see the ball drop.
Because his daughter was in charge of it.
Yes.
But she hates him. So
Because...
For reasons unexplained.
because there's no need to go into that.
She showed up at the end.
But, like, could possibly be related to Robert De Niro, but okay.
He had cancer. Wait. No. I don't know where I was going with that. Keep going.
So yeah, Robert De Niro, he has cancer. No, he's just
He has cancer.
he's giving like his best performance since he started doing the Meet the Parent stuff, where he's just awful.
So
And you got
bucket
Halle
list?
Berry
Wait.
doing a good performance, which
What?
she hasn't done in a long time because Catwoman ruined her career.
Wait, Catwoman did she play it? Oh wait, there was that bad X-Men, right?
Yeah, that also ruined her career. That ruined a lot of people's career.
No,
But at least she was
no.
in Origins, so.
No, yeah, that's what I was about to say. Hugh Jackman took a pretty big hit there.
And then even at the end, where, Robert De Niro, he's about to die. And Halle Berry's talking to Common, who's in the military.
Why did they
Still asking her heart out. Like, look, you are doing way too much for this movie. This movie does not deserve that acting.
Here's the other thing. Just why did they have to insert another military guy? Just, like, as a twist. Hey, the military person was her husband.
You're right. They did that just to force emotion.
And
really.
Also just to tie in with the last movie, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
They bait and switch you again.
And that's one thing I don't like. It's okay for something to be generally emotional.
Yeah.
But to put something in there just to evoke emotion, like I was listening to another podcast, Blue Tuesday.
Mm.
And
we're mentioning podcasts everywhere today, apparently.
This is true. And he was talking about how he didn't like in horror movies, they just kill dogs. Just to make the people in the audience go like, "Oh, they just killed that dog."
Not
it's
black
kind of
people.
The same thing here. It's just kind of manipulative. It's fine if you don't notice it, but if you notice it, then it's just...
So they don't kill black people for us to go all at?
No one goes all when someone kills black people. Except for me. And then Gio whispers, like, "Hey, you see that black guy died just 5 seconds ago? Man, he died. He died hard. But that Hispanic guy's still alive."
Doesn't the Hispanic guy die later?
Usually, as far as my experience, the Hispanic guy disappears from the movie entirely.
He knows better.
What does the Asian guy do?
There aren't a lot of Asian guys in horror movies, so I can't tell
We aren't typecast yet.
Yeah.
Except in Asian horror.
In Asian horror, but that's some whole other thing. You don't even want to be in Asian horror.
The Thai horror movies with the jumping tongue and all that.
The jumping tongue?
I don't know anything about Thai horror.
Yeah, we know Korean horror, we know Japanese horror, we know little China horror, but we don't know Thai.
It was on IO9, but I forget what actually happened. I remember tongue jumping out.
Anyways,
moving right along.
Yes.
There's John was it Josh? How do you say that? Whatever. The business dude who's trying to get to New York. There's his storyline.
His storyline, it had some decent moments, but mostly it's just kind of blah.
It was road trip, basically. It was road trip.
Really slow. He was just got in that one bus, and he was just there for most of the movie, talking to old people.
And it...
About his fear of this relationship.
About the beautiful woman, Sarah Jessica Parker, that he made at a party one time.
She wasn't a horse?
I was trying to avoid that joke, Stray.
Hey,
Congratulations.
Hey, you made that joke before the show.
Did I?
Yeah?
Did I, Stray?
Yes, you did.
I don't remember really doing that. Did I, End?
I don't remember.
See,
I see how it is.
I generally asked him.
I generally don't remember, so...
And therefore, I did not do it, because I don't remember doing it.
But this arc just felt like fluff. Like, it didn't need to spend all this time on this guy deciding whether or not he wants to go to this club to meet Sarah Jessica Parker.
Here's the other thing. We basically are led to believe that the business guy is meeting the chick who's in charge.
Hilary Swank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You cut off
it does seem like, and I guess that was a fine plot twist if it's good that they played with our expectations. However, it's not good that right after they played with our expectations, it didn't pay off.
Yeah.
It didn't pay off at all. Like, I don't care about Sarah Jessica Parker. You don't know how to care for naughty-ass kids.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, if they make a New Year's Eve 2, her daughter's going to be pregnant with 4, 5, 6 kids.
No. They're probably going to do another holiday. So let's just start placing our bets. I want to see St. Patrick's Day, but that would just be drunk people everywhere.
Now, Hilary Swank's story, I think it's pretty much the center of, like, what's going on.
Because
everything's
much happens with her. It's basically problem. Hey.
Yeah, her story's not really that interesting either until she meets, like, Robert De Niro and goes into that other movie.
Yeah. No, there was only one funny bit where they were talking about the confetti. You gotta sprinkle the confetti, not throw it out.
I know what you're talking about. And this is what pisses me off about that scene. They live in New York, where it actually snows. They get fake confetti snow in addition to actual snow. I live in Alabama, where it never snows. Does anybody throw fake confetti snow for us?
Except once in a while.
Once every 3 years.
Once every 1,000 years, when the moon is just right and the planets...
When the planets have a line.
Wait, I thought that's what awakened mummies.
Same thing.
When Cthulhu has a dream of a white Christmas, it snows in Alabama.
Especially South Alabama.
Dreaming of a white...
I'm pretty sure they get more snow-like stuff in northern Alabama. We're like in the middle or southern Alabama.
Yeah.
We're in the deep south.
In the south? Wait, I can't do a southern accent. So
that's not even a southern accent.
Saying the south.
That accent is called ignorant.
Yes.
Deep south.
That just sounds like a Schwarzenegger at that point.
So I guess, like, I really don't know how to explain her art, like, because, like Stray said, until she meets Robert De Niro, it's just, hey, here's a problem.
How about explaining what she is? Hilary Swank is in charge of. She's in charge of the ball dropping on New Year's Day, and it's all about pretty much a bunch of crap goes down.
Yep.
And then
she has Ludacris to help her.
And then she helps her friend Ludacris by bringing in his family.
Yeah, when she goes to meet her family, which is Robert De Niro.
Like, all that led up to practically nothing.
Yeah,
like, if the first time you see her is when she bursts into Robert De Niro's room, that would have been fun.
Yeah. No, it all led up to Robert De Niro dying and her going to see those babies.
The babies. But let me talk about Luda. They wasted their Luda. Luda is not the best actor in the world, but he's not a bad actor. But here, he's just so deadpan. This is not how you use Luda.
He gets nothing to do with it. Like,
no.
He just literally stands there and maybe sits down once in a while and goes like, I'll help you, Hilary Swank.
In the most emotionless expression that ever. It's just, okay, Hilary Swank.
The only time he actually shows some emotion is when he sees the family.
And even then, like, they did a weird cut.
Yeah.
It looks like he looks over there at the family twice. Like, the first time it was like, hell no, I know they didn't bring any niggas over here. Then he looked over there and had to pretend that he's excited to see them.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, so who are you? Which one are you again?
Nah, I know one of these babies don't look like me.
We're going to Murray.
Yeah, we are. You always go back to Murray with black folk. That's just the way it is.
With white trash, you go to Jerry Springer.
Yep. So let's talk about the babies. The baby arc. Now, again, like some of the other arcs, there are some good parts in this arc. But for the most part,
it's just
not
basically
great.
Them trying to raise another
baby.
Yeah. They had to wait until Robert De Niro died, so they would be magical babies, though.
I think one of the problems is there's two families here. One is the girl from American Horror Story right now, so you know that baby's going to be a murder baby.
Which one?
That's what I got mine from.
Is that the Seth Meyers girl?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's the other one, the guy that owns the charm school that doesn't feel large.
You're talking about the reformed lesbian.
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
That murder baby. You know it's her murder baby.
It's only when it's Zachary Quinto.
You don't know that's not Zachary Quinto's baby.
She travels in time and had the murder baby. And then he made the murder house. It all fits together.
We watched these two families try to get... There's a contest, and whoever has the baby closest to New Year's wins. Well, the family that we follow of the two is kind of the doucher.
Well, no, it's the family. It's the baby born on New Year. The first baby born on the New Year. First baby born on the New Year. That's what it is. So the earliest one born.
Like after New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I said first born on the New Year.
Yeah.
Again, you guys are arguing over what practically means the exact same thing.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
Stop being so technical.
I can't.
We follow the two doucher of the family because...
Which is Seth Meyers.
You just get the feeling, probably because the two other people look sweaty all the time, and they do. They look like two really sweaty people.
Can we separate them so we're like the German dude and Seth Meyers so I can tell who you're talking about?
We're talking about the German dude.
Okay, see, that's how I can tell them apart.
The German dude and his wife look sweaty. They look sweaty. They look like they came out of Oliver and Company or something. Oliver Twist.
They actually looked up this whole thing about the first baby born thing.
Well, they were the original. Like, it was their plan to begin with.
Yeah, because...
Then the other two guys that don't even need the money, they're like, whoa, you get money for having a baby on New Year's? Hell yeah, I'm going to give up all
Hurry up and get born. I don't care if it's premature.
I know, that's so messed up. I don't care if it has Down syndrome. Just get it out.
Just give me that money so I can leave her.
Again, this part, it has some things that I guess are witty. Like when the German guy was yelling at his wife's vagina.
You know,
like, don't ever yell at my vagina.
You know, they never really focused on the German guy and his wife too much. It was
don't. It was
mostly on Seth Meyers and his wife, and nobody cares about them. They're douches.
Yeah, they're not the most likable white people in this movie.
The German dude and his wife, we didn't learn anything about them until like the end of their arc when we found out they already had 3 other kids. That would have been nice to know beforehand. Because you would root.
And then, at the end, random change of heart for no reason.
No, for a reason. He's like, well, they need the money more than we do.
Yeah. But he knew that from the very beginning.
No, he didn't. He didn't know they had other kids. We didn't know he had other kids. Because
why does that make any difference whether they have other kids?
Because
they said they needed the money from the beginning.
Yeah, but they thought that they needed the money, like, they thought alright, Seth Meyers and his wife, character thought that the German dude and his wife were being as selfish as they are, and they just want the money because they want the money. They didn't think they actually wanted the money because they needed the money.
Do they see how dirty and sweaty these Germans look?
No, they don't. They don't see that.
Need the money.
No, they don't see that because they're douchebags.
You know that guy from Charlie Brown with the dirt cloud around his face all the time?
Well, that's because they're the kids.
If he asks you for money, it's because he needs the money.
Yeah, but that depends on how douchey you are. Is when he said, I have like 3 other kids, Seth Meyers like, damn, I was a douchebag.
Mm-hmm.
See? That's
I love
different.
how everything he knows about pregnancy, he got off of Wikipedia. Really? Wikipedia says...
Are you really sure you wouldn't say the same thing with your wife?
Your wife that you will steal from me.
No, you know what? I would use...
You would go to Wikipedia, submit it, and end this.
No, because you mentioned it, and now I can never do that.
What?
I can never do that.
And so I win again.
Get away from me.
What did you say?
I said he would use Wikipedia.
Now
I'll be at Books A Million, just sitting in the hall all night long, looking through baby books, trying to figure it out. I'm not going to Wikipedia. I'm not.
I can't go to Wikipedia.
And then Brian would show up. And then Brian would show up and tell you, get out of here, go to Wikipedia.
But yeah, that's basically that story, Art.
Yeah, a couple douchebags realized we really shouldn't be so douchey because this guy needs the money. So, charity.
And so, let's flip over to Kutcher.
You mean Silent Hill, the elevator?
Yeah, that was, like, as soon as you saw an elevator in the background. Ew, pardon me, I burped.
Oh, wait. I will admit, Kutcher's character, pretty much his whole thing's about a bunch of, a lot of the arcs are, I'm a douchebag, and by the end of the arc, I shouldn't be so douchey.
Yes.
Like, I'll probably still be douchey, but a nicer douche.
He was
basically
kind of the cliched hipster, I have no fucks to give art student in this movie.
No. He draws comic books.
We said douchey. No, I do like comic book artists.
We've seen this scenario all the time. Two people get stuck in an elevator, they fall in love. There's no surprises here.
Yeah.
His whole thing about, I hate New Year's because this one girl, not in high school, but in college, stood me up on New Year's Eve.
Here's the other thing. She completely got it right, is the sad thing, too.
Yeah, she had it right, only it was in college.
Yeah,
when
so
that girl he was in the elevator with,
the girl
Leah Mitchell, Leah Mitchell was in the elevator with him, and she pretty much said that you're like some kind of fancy art student, and your girlfriend jumped you on New Year's Eve in high school. Only difference is college and quote unquote comic book artist.
I can say though, Leah Mitchell, she's better here than she is in all of Glee.
Yeah. She's even better at singing is the funny thing.
And that's probably just the way Glee is maybe written.
Or made.
Ugh, I can't watch Glee.
I did watch Glee for a little bit, but then stopped.
Everybody stopped watching Glee. Like, you never hear about Glee anymore.
I don't.
Thank God.
Watch Glee. No, I don't care.
Yeah.
We're gonna make you review Glee.
No, because now they have the sequel to Glee, the Glee Project, which is the Glee reality show.
To get a part in Glee.
On Oxygen. Not even on Fox.
Oxygen.
I don't even know what Oxygen is.
It has 2 seasons.
Oxygen is
television for women.
Like, I'm trying to rate like the women television channels in order of.
Isn't there only We and Oxygen?
We, Lifetime, Oxygen.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Lifetime.
We talk about Lifetime on this show constantly.
Yeah, we do. I mean, this story is really mediocre. There's no surprises. Ashton Kutcher doesn't even try to act. He's just mumbling around. He's giving a Luda performance here.
I think it's because just like Luda, he didn't really do much.
He doesn't.
He just basically, I hate blank holiday here, tears down stuff.
Sit in an elevator.
Yep.
And I was thinking, it would be so much better if one of the people in this elevator was the devil.
Or no, that's not the right movie. We need M. Night Shyamalan in that movie.
We need M. Night Shyamalan in this movie.
So we could just go like, that was a twist.
Gary.
But yeah, let's not talk about that arc anymore, because like I said, nothing exciting happens. They get together, of course.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you get 2 people trapped in an elevator.
And
that's how I got all of my dates.
And that's pretty much...
That does not sound creepy at all.
That's all the arcs, isn't it?
I don't know.
No.
Because we did we started the teenager, you ranted about the John Bon Jovi arc really fast. We did the Zac Efron one, we quickly talked about the business dude. We talked about Robert De Niro, we talked about the Hilary Swank. We talked about Michelle Pfeiffer was part of Zac Efron, and we did what was it? Ashton Kutcher. Yeah, that's all 7 arcs, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, well, and that was fast.
Remember, but there is one thing I want to talk about that I forgot.
What?
The businessman Sam.
Yeah.
At the end, near the end, he's at the party, and then these 3 women are just attracted to Sam for no reason. They come out of nowhere.
Like,
they come out
hey,
fighting.
Sam, how's it going? Oh, it's nice to see you again. And he's like, yeah.
Don't leave us again.
And it's like, 2 of them are the same people from last year. They're like, yeah, you ditched us last time, but this time, we're going to have this threesome. I don't care what you say. We will kidnap your ass. We will drag you to the bedroom, and we will rape you.
And then you can't.
He's like, no, I gotta go. I gotta go
and go wait up.
Jessica Parker.
Go to this restaurant that is apparently now closed. Remember that, just so you know, the business dude is, that one military dude from the Transformers movies.
Oh, he is.
Yeah. The one that's best friends with the black dude.
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm surprised I didn't realize that until now.
Yeah, I looked at his face and I was like, I know that face. I remember that voice. Yep.
He basically gets promoted in every single one of those movies, too.
He better get promoted. Like, how many giant robots have you killed? 5. That's 5 more than I have.
He basically he goes captain, major, lieutenant.
You need to get a rank up whenever you kill a giant robot.
Every 5 giant robots you kill, rank up.
Until
you become president.
Are they?
I mean, really, if the president killed 25 giant robots, no one would question anything he ever had to say ever.
Have you killed a giant?
Did you kill any giant robots?
Wait.
I killed a giant robot. And a giant robot, that doesn't count.
What about fighting kaiju and giant robots?
I think those should count.
Not as much as fighting a giant robot when by yourself. You fight a giant.
Not as much as fighting a giant robot with a handgun.
Yes.
But that's this movie. So let's talk about it as a whole. Starting with Gio. What did you think of this movie?
It could have been a lot better. It really could have been a lot better. They gave us too much stuff, but then not enough of it. Not enough of what they give us.
The movie.
I'm sorry. Is your name Gio?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait your turn, Strength.
Oh.
Take your turn. I'm the line leader.
Don't find your Christmas present.
I'm the line leader now.
Oh.
Yeah. Like I was saying, this movie could have been better. They focused on too much crap, and then not enough. They could have fleshed out some of these characters more. The teenage thing could have gone better. Pretty much that ended with, go ahead and whore yourself out while I go for myself out.
Yeah.
Tell me that's not what happened. Sarah Jessica Parker's like, oh, go and spending time with your friend while being stalked by one of your friend's mom. Because that's what her friend's mom is doing, stalking them.
Yes, but I admit, we are being a little harsh. A little harsh, but we watched the other movies, so...
The only part...
Yeah, the other movies that we've watched give us a reason to be this harsh, because this is what would happen. She would be having sex with that Hispanic boy in another movie.
So desensitized. Yeah. That's just what we assume everything is like now. But we don't believe in the goodness. We do not believe in the goodness of human beings anymore.
Like, if I had a daughter and she asked to go to McDonald's by herself, I would assume that she's trying to sleep with a hamburger.
God, you're an overprotective father. You would hire an assassin to stalk her.
So, are you done, Stray? Not Stray. Are you done, Gio?
You did that on purpose.
Yeah. Am I supposed to give a rating now or later?
If you want to.
I enjoyed the part where Russell Peters showed up. That's because I actually like him out of all the people.
Oh, man, we didn't mention
I like
him
Russell
at
Peters
all.
as an actor, but they didn't really give him any good material or anything to do except for be Indian.
I know, and that's all they got. That was better. That's better than most other things in this movie.
Here's the thing. He was there, but only at the beginning. We didn't see him.
He melted away into nothing.
Exactly, because he's like, "What? I'm done here. I'm done." Like 2.5, maybe a 3 if I'm feeling good.
Are you feeling good?
If I'm bored and this movie is on, and there is absolutely nothing else on, and I had to choose between this and watching
and a Lifetime movie.
This, a Lifetime movie, or Two Girls, One Cup. This movie.
Were you about to say 2.5 Men earlier?
He was about to say Hard Candy.
No, I was gonna say and Hard Candy. This would be the movie I would watch instead of all of those.
Okay.
Now, if Dr. Teen and the Women was on, I would still watch this.
What about...
I'd watch Dr. T and the Women. That Mexican tornado, my boy.
I would probably watch Dr. T and the Women just because I haven't watched
that ending. Oh, such a great ending.
That should have been how this movie ended. Oh, wait.
That should have been how this movie ended. Don't we say that about, 1/5 of our reviews? That's how this movie should have ended.
How the movie should have ended.
Giant tornado would take them to South America.
How it should have ended for the business dude. He gets stuffed into a tornado, and he meets his magical woman. And it's not Sarah Jessica Parker. It's some other woman. It's Optimus Prime.
How about you, Seth? What did you think about this little piece of cinema?
This is a piece of cinema?
It came out and it got money.
Seriously, there was too much fluff in this movie. I just felt like there was nothing. Literally, like how we explained it, it was basically events that could have been explained in less time than we usually take, or at least feel like less time than we usually take. And why aren't you talking, End?
Because this is your moment. Why should I be talking to you in your moment?
We're not all douchebags.
Oh, sorry. I'm done.
What did you give it? That was really,
short.
That's interesting.
You just expected for us to interrupt you so that you would extend that, didn't you?
Basically, just say, I think what Gio thinks.
Yeah, basically, because I just didn't like how we could explain it so quickly, even though there were so many storylines. And they weren't as connected as last time, too. Like, last time we were actually tripping over storylines rather than...
The business guy one was completely, by itself until the very end. Same with the Halle Berry one. That had no connection to anything except she was in the hospital with Robert De Niro, and his had no connection.
But that's the same story, basically, until the end.
Pretty much none of these had any connection until the very end.
Yeah, we didn't know Zac Efron was connected to...
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah, and...
But more importantly, that connection meant nothing.
Yeah.
He's connected to her, but so what? They don't even talk to each other after that.
There's no intertwining storyline or anything there. It's all... Everything's separate, but they all go to the same end.
Yes.
My end.
Oh my God.
I say...
We have come full circle.
In the beginning.
There was the end.
Yep.
The end of the show is coming. Okay, I'll give it... I don't know. Should I give it a 2? Because I
actually enjoy
I'll give it a 3. Just be... Oh, wait, no. I'll give... What did I give the last in Valentine's Day? Did I give it a 3?
I don't know.
I'll give it a 2.
I know you didn't give it a 3. If you gave it a 3, I will go over to Canada myself and I will kill you.
Then I would have to give it 1 since it's a spiritual successor, and spiritual successors aren't usually better. And I usually have to knock my rating down 1.
Your rating system is really complicated.
Yeah. Let's just say I'll give it a 2 and leave it at that.
Right.
It's a very Canadian system.
Yes.
Canadian Asian. Chinese Canadian.
We're not using the metric system anymore.
I don't know what you are anymore.
Try not to tread over the same things you guys have said.
But
even though this movie, it really is a lot of fluff.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of substance in this movie, and that's probably the biggest problem. The acting, everybody's fine. Well, no, the acting is completely uneven. What am I talking about?
But some people
actually like Ludacris and Ashton Kutcher just tossing it in. Then you have like most people are just fine, they're just doing their thing.
And Robert De Niro.
Then you have Robert De Niro
and Halle Berry.
Halle Berry actually acting and crying all over the place. It's just weird.
Zac Efron doing his douchiest.
You have never seen Zac Efron so orange. That's a lie. He's been more orange. But
he has been in orange.
He has.
He has.
I saw he made a guest appearance in VeggieTales once as an orange.
He's the annoying orange.
Let's see. I think the biggest problem with the movie is probably the direction. Because there's some snappy stuff in the writing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really come together. It doesn't feel whole. Even at the end, where everything is like closed up, it just feels like you just saw random pieces, and none of it really pays off in any big way. Oh, your dad just died? Look at these babies. That's the end.
Basically, it was trying...
You know, because the baby thing, that reminds me of Still Magnolias, and that's the last thing I need to be reminded of.
So your rating...
Still Magnolias.
I think you're giving it a 2. Am I right?
Not finished.
Okay, keep going.
There's nothing about this movie that would give me a cause to suggest it to anyone else. There's nothing about this movie that it does better than any other movie. There's nothing about this movie that's really unique to this movie, other than the fact that like 7 different stories crammed into one, and that doesn't really help the movie at all. That said, it is better than Valentine's Day. You don't have to try very hard to be better than Valentine's Day, though, so...
I liked Valentine's Day a little better than this one just because the stories entwined, though.
Yeah, but I liked at least 2 of the stories better than, all of Valentine's Day.
It depends if you look at the piece as a whole or if you're looking at each and every single part.
Give it a 2. Like Stray. And... No, not like Gio. I think Gio gave it a 2.5. But yeah, I give it a 2. It's a 2 movie.
Mm.
It's not a movie worth... it's really not worth your time watching this movie because it doesn't feel like anyone took their time making this movie.
People took their time acting in this movie, but not very much.
Not very much at all. Next time on Chick Flick Shuffle. I don't know.